that by the time we finish, Nigeria will no longer exist. That name will wave goodbye to it. The same way Yugoslavia is gone, the Soviet Union is gone, that same way will the word Nigeria be obliterated from history books. People are stupid and foolish. Nigeria is a reminder that colonial mentality actually seeped into our bone marrows. As somebody reminded us this morning, when somebody from Nigeria prays and says, "Oh, God bless Nigeria," you are making a mockery of God. God can only bless something that is created. I learned that this morning. God did not create the zoo. Therefore, there is no way God can bless it. It's impossible. Impossible. That hopeless entity that people today say they are very proud to belong to was created by a white man. His name is Frederick Lugard. This man is not from Biafra land. This man is not Hausa Fulani. This man is not Yoruba. But there are some people from black Africa who are willing to go to war to defend what a white man created out of their own subjugation. Who did not create it? A white man did. You asked the white man to go, the white man left and went back. But you retained every vestige of subjugation left. So you can read and write, claiming they are PhD holders, but lack rudimentary, or what I would call common sense. They don't understand how to structure a society. Our forefathers were better political thinkers and philosophers more than the fools that gave us the zoo called Nigeria. They couldn't have come up with never in their lives. Instead, what they did was to surround themselves with the military and the police. Instead, what they did is to ensure the subjugation of their own people by bringing money abroad and banking it abroad. And people are wallowing in abject poverty. There are many things wrong with the way that a black person reasons that sometimes I wonder. I wonder if some of them are human beings at all or not. I wonder seriously. I don't think so, in my opinion. There is no need, there is no reason why they got independence from a country where the police do not carry guns on the street. Upon becoming independent, these band of vandals and animals created a police force. A police should be a civil service, not a force. It's civilian. They created a police force. They created mobile police, the riot police. They created the army. They created the navy. They created everything you can think about, the Air Force. They created all this rubbish in order to perpetuate themselves in power, in order to continue lying to you, in order for them to master everything that is to do with violence, to kill you and to subjugate you. The white man came, turned us into slaves, subjugated us, took away all our natural resources, and when they were going, they gave power over to a set of black people again, continuing even worse subjugation of their own people. And you're telling me these people are human beings? Is that what you're telling me? That somehow black people in Africa are normal people? Yes, is that what you want me to believe that? If they are normal, they have to prove it. The only way for you to prove that you're not a monkey is by going and getting Biafra. If Biafra doesn't come, you are an animal. Biafra is the only justification you have to exist as a human being. Anybody saying that they are, he or she is a Nigerian, that person is worse than a fool. He asked me this morning here, why do you call them animals? I said, because they accepted a name given to them by somebody else. Only a dog and a cat can do that. A white man came from Scotland, said your name is Nigeria, you accepted it without asking questions, which goes to show that your brain is not working properly. Had your brains been working properly, you would say no, that this is my name. After all, you answer Ahamefula. My name should not be lost. By answering Nigeria, you have abandoned your name, you have abandoned your traditions and your heritage. That is what Biafra is here to reverse. Everybody can gang up against us if they wish. But we want to make this victory in such a way that everybody who is a Biafran will worship God forever and ever. Because the delivery of Biafra from bondage, the extrication of the children of the Most High God, Chukwu Abiyama, from that very abominable entity, will indicate to you once and for all that indeed Chukwu Abiyama is a Biafran. The world is about to see something they've not seen before. That Biafra must emerge. We must come to exist. We are not going to ask for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for any territory or resources. All we are asking them to do is to leave us alone. The same way we were before the British came. We have the documentation to prove that we never gave the British the consent to form one Nigerian place. We have the documents. The documents we signed with them was to trade with Royal Niger Company. We never gave them the consent to go and form Nigeria. This is one thing that the so-called band of Nigerian intellectuals never ever bothered to ask themselves, including the Yorubas, Weshoika in particular. Did we give our consent to Lugard to go and form Nigeria? The answer is no, we did not. Where did they derive the authority to go to form that zoo? Why did they hand over to a group of black men that continued the same slavish mentality impacted upon them by their masters? No wonder they are incapable of civilization. They are incapable of human development. The one who look man, I understand, is here. Is that not correct? The son is here, dancing from one nightclub to another, making prostitutes very, very rich on your money. And some of us go to that nightclub to go and clean that nightclub to be able to feed and pay house rent. That money is coming from your land. The one who look man is here in Austria with money stolen from Biafra. Him and the children are living it large, having fun. In the morning, we will go to the nightclub where the son went to party to go and clean that nightclub that we can get money to feed. Do you now see why I say that there's something wrong with us? Only an animal can allow that to happen. Not a sensible human being. Why do you think everybody revolted in the world? That is a sign of civilization. When you revolt against any oppressive regime or system, that is a sign that you are now matured as a human being. Or else you're an animal. You are an animal. When we preach the gospel on Radio Biafra, we tell you the truth. If you have any counter opinion, you present it. People shouldn't look at us and say, oh, you are insulting us. No. I am telling you the fact. The fact that you're a Nigerian means you're an animal. Only an animal can accept the name given. Is that true or false? Then every Nigerian is an animal. We preach the truth here. They don't know what is coming at them. As I will keep reminding them, before we came, nobody could tell you the truth this way. Now that we are here, they can't tell you. We are not here to pamper you and put cream on you. If you have a problem, we cut it out completely. Surgery. Cut out the problem. We don't raise the wound. We cut out the rubbish and throw it away and heal you properly. And you survive. Than nursing an injury or wound that never improves. We are here. Do you know how shameful it is for a grown-up man from Biafra land to abandon the father's compound? I am the first son of my father. My father never abandoned his father's compound, but I did. In order to survive. If something happens to me abroad and I don't go home, what happens to my family lineage? My own branch is closed. Do you know why our land is the way it is? When the white man came, our forefathers never gave them the first son, because the first son is the custodian of our way of life. They always gave them second to the last. Second to the last, almost finished. We gave them all people that came, servants that came. You will be amazed. I don't want to make some people feel bad. Everybody in those days that acquired very high education is not Madiala. Number one. Number two, they are not the first son. Go and check it out. They went abroad and copied rubbish and brought home. That is why you are here today. If Nigeria is working, we will be here today. The fact that we are outside in such large numbers, including those I'm seeing today, means that the zoo is not working. It has not worked for over 50 years. When is it going to work? When? Somebody should tell me. When will it work? They say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. I don't know what is a fool at 50, what it is. Maybe a fool at 50 should even exist in the first place. This is Radio Biafra. After us, there will be nothing like us again. Nothing like us, I'm telling you that. Nothing like us. That is why we speak the truth. That is why we remain without fear in the presence of our enemies, because we don't have skeletons in our cupboard. I will debate anybody anywhere. When people try to talk nonsense about what we are doing, I say, invite me to your house, I will debate you. When I finish debating with you, your wife will leave you. Your wife will see the stupidity in you and she'll walk away from you. We are serious. People always say, oh, they're in London, they're in London. These morons don't understand that we have broadcasted from Lagos, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4. We have consecutively broadcast from the heart of darkness, which is Lagos. Cumulatively speaking, for about 8 days. We were there, 88.2 FM, live broadcast from Lagos. We have broadcasted from Lagos. Time and time again, people say, oh, that are people foolish? Don't they understand that you cannot run a sophisticated, modern, technology-powered station like Radio Biafra from a place where there is no light, from a place where there is no stable connectivity? Don't they understand that? That is why they go to school for 2 weeks and they shut down for 12 months. And they come out and they graduate them. They come out and there is nothing in their skulls, nothing in their brain. Do you know that you have it enshrined in Nigerian law to fight for your self-determination? Are you aware of it? So you don't know. Do you know it is part of the zoo law, part of the Zoological Republic's law, that you can agitate for your own freedom? Are you aware of it? No, you don't know. Everybody has the right to say whatever they want to say. If you don't like it, take them to court. That is the meaning of freedom of speech. There will be no discrimination. We cannot be coming out of a useless country called Nigeria to go into Biafra to start discriminating. We are not that stupid. We are not that useless. The new Biafra we are creating is where your merit counts. Where your merit counts, not who your father is, your mother, your village. That is irrelevant. Everybody in Biafra is important. Every child will have free education. Every child will be entitled to 3 square meals a day. Everybody, regardless of where you are, you will be entitled to accommodation. That is the new Biafra we are building. There will be no discrimination of any sort. Never, ever, ever. Anybody found guilty of discrimination will be jailed for life. This is Biafra. And this is the kingdom of God himself on this very earth. We can't afford to mess it up. Thank you very much. There are Nigerians, my foot. Baboons and monkeys everywhere. Black people are useless.
Useless.
they cannot reason very well. Nigerians means people who occupy an area that a river is flowing through, the Black River. Niger means nigger, black. Niger is English word for nigger. Nigger is Latin. Niger is French. It means black, hopeless and useless. Oh dear me. Very, very useless, I tell you. Black people, hopeless. Answering the name a white man gave to a river. Look at yourself in the mirror. You will see a baboon or a monkey in a land warrior on a leg. You Nigerians, and see that you will not tell lies. In fact, go back to 10 commandments and keep it. That's what I'm asking you to do. Don't follow any new rules they are planning. Oh, maybe if we remove Nnamdi Kanu, if we assassinate him or do something to him, then this effort will stop. You know, you think you can always kill somebody and the problem stops. You make it worse.
Yeah, no, my name is Chisom Wanko. I'm from Nigeria.
Where's your village?
I'm from Arochukwu.
Please go ahead.
Aropering.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've listened to you guys, and of course, I like to first state I'm 100% in favor of the BIAFRA cause. But I think again, we're in the 21st century, and why don't we try and come up with a cautious approach? The fact is, if we are going to be violent, the enemies will want to be violent with us. Why don't we have a group that would follow, a process of showing the Igbos that without fighting, we can set up a party that will represent us, holistically, rather than, trying to break away, because we might be crushed without, and that's not what we want. We want a cautious approach. I don't know what you think about that.
Yes, your suggestion was good, and we've done that before and it didn't work.
When you mean in regard to the...
Yes, when Ojukwu joined MPN, that's what we are told. There's a way you can do it. Join MPN, everything you're looking for will be given to you. He joined.
I'm not saying we should join. I'm saying we, like you, for example, can we not have a fund that will sponsor a party that we can,
But I have not finished. Yeah. I'm coming. That was number one. We've done it before. That MPN was number one. Nnamdi Azikiwe also had MPP before then. Nothing happened. We then went on to ABGA. Chekwa Sokoria went and registered ABGA. And we got ABGA. They came to London and told us that this ABGA, it will get all the Southeast states. It is now the political wing of Otuawonezi. Nothing happened. We have done it before. What is ABGA for? We've done it before. So if you form this group and Mohammed Toko in Abuja decides to rig election and put somebody else in, what will you do?
Yeah, that's something very critical, yes.
Very simple. They will rig election because something that is bad, evil is evil. Nigeria can never ever change. Nigeria was founded on fraud. Nigeria, the British taught Nigerians how to falsify results. Rigging was brought in by the British. How to falsify census results, and you're not by the British. You're asking them to change a behavior they've had for over 100 years. You want them to stop lying? You can't stop them.
You're in Nnamdi, right?
I'm Nnamdi Kanu, yes.
Yes, Nnamdi Kanu, yes. Now, I am saying this based on what we have witnessed in the Southwest. Is it not possible for us to have an Igbo version of the fraudulent action, or APC as is now known, but then the action group? Can we not have an Igbo Pan-Africanist party that will represent the interests of the Igbos? And that way, if the governors of the Southeastern states come together and cooperate, with time, we can always have a united front in breaking away. That's what I think is the logical way to start.
My brother.
To sponsor a party that can represent the Southeast states, and with time, like what happened in the Southwest.
Now listen, we are mistaken. We are mixing two things. My dear brother, your idea is wonderful. I like that. But in a civilized world, we are not Yoruba people. That is what the people need to understand.
Yes, we are not. Yes, of course we are not. I do not want to be. Yes, I agree with you on that. Yes, continue.
Exactly. And yes, because we are not the same people, the way we think to process information cannot be the same. We are not subservient people. People call Radio Biafra to question me. They call Radio Biafra to question the editorial board. They can see you, sit you down and ask you questions. Look at the way we criticize Ohaneze sometimes. How many Yoruba people criticize Afenifere? How many Yoruba people criticize Egbo Moduduwa? That is the Maya.
I admire the way we are able to criticize each other within it's a democratic. We have a democratic trait where we believe in freedom and people can criticize the establishment. But yes, I just hope. Yes, of course, I'm an evil man and I want the best for our people. But we need to come up with a. We need to. This medium is encouraging, anyways, and hopefully we'll come up with a way forward. With your help, we will come up with a way forward, and we have come up with it. And that way forward is Biafra. Biafra, essentially. Because we are to listen. There are something people don't know. We have existed for 5,000 years before Nigeria came. We were existing before Britain was formed. We existed before we were civilized people practicing democracy before the first woman gave birth to a Greek person. This is something you must know. People must know this. So people are asking us now to abandon our rich heritage, abandon everything about us as a people, and be in the same country with Hausa, Fulani. And I asked our brother a very simple question. Do you want to have Taliban living close to your house? The answer is no. Don't worry about what people say. They will always say something. But the more they say it, the more they're going to respect us when the time comes. Because we are going to get Biafra. We are the only ones talking about Biafra. That was why the whole consultation they had. So the reason why we pursue Biafra, it is not for political reasons. We pursue Biafra because Biafra is divine. Biafra is beyond the understanding of an average man or woman. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is the restoration of the kingdom of heaven on this earth. I cannot understand why people who are unwilling to give their names should be sat in front of me. This is Radio Biafra. We don't deal with cowards. I cannot understand why people who are unwilling to give their names should be sitting in front of me. 3.5 million people massacred in cold blood, and somebody is afraid of who they are. I don't want to meet with them. We must be without fear before our enemies. Once we entertain fear, we are gone, we are finished. We have one shred of fear, you are gone. Do you think Chukwuabiama will be waste his time giving Biafra to men and women who are cowards? People can now see how difficult our job is. We are going to make our land better. Go and ask my parents, they know. I don't deceive people. Never. I don't do that. That's not how I was raised. Anybody that knows my family will know that we don't compromise. We do not compromise. Never. My father is the poorest traditional ruler in Abia State because he said he will not compromise. Because of that, the road in front of my house is not bad. They have put tarmac everywhere else apart from the front of my house because my father will not succumb to the nonsense that they do in Abia State. I have the pedigree. I do not intend to change. Instead, it will get, my love for Biafra can only get worse. It cannot get, people don't think it will sometime it will go. No. Every day I stay in it, it gets worse. I love my country. I love my people. The original Biafran people, not the fake born by Hausa people. No. The original Biafran people. Those are the three irreducible principles upon which Biafra is built. Irreducible. The equality of man and woman before God and before the law. My name is Michael. Michael who? London. Michael who? What is your surname? Michael KK.
From London. Please go ahead. This is Radio Biafra. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just listening to your news or your broadcast. It's very interesting. I just want to find out what exactly are you talking about?
What is your surname?
Okay.
Have you heard of Biafra before?
Yes.
How many years ago did you hear about Biafra?
So many years ago, up to 10 years ago.
What does Biafra mean to you? When you hear the word Biafra, what does it mean to you?
It's a what?
When you hear Biafra, what does it mean to you? The word Biafra, what does it mean to you?
That's why I called you to find out from you, because you're the one saying it, so I'll be able to get a clearer picture of what you're talking about. Well, anyway, sir, what I'm trying to, I just want to chip in one or two things. I think the best way, where are you? Are you in London? I know you are in London because the way I called you. If really you want us to listen, to you properly, properly, you go to Nigeria and start doing this. You understand what I mean? You are the people causing trouble for Nigeria. What are you talking about? BIAFRA. You understand? I don't people understand what you're talking about. Go to Nigeria, start doing this thing so we'll be able to hear you properly. Stop deceiving people. It's not going to deceive people. Are you hearing me?
I'm listening to you. When you finish, then if you have any question to ask me, you ask me, then I'll ask you a question when you finish.
The question I'm asking you is,
yes,
if you witness BIAFRA war, I don't think you'll be saying this. What our people go through. So please don't push people to go and fight war. Don't make people to go and start doing things that they're not supposed to do. If you know you want to fight about BIAFRA, go back to Nigeria and start doing it there. Stop doing it in London. You just come here and hide and start doing it in London.
Okay.
Start doing it there so they'll listen to you properly.
Thank you. Have you finished so I can ask you some questions? Have you finished?
Yeah, finished, sir.
When did you start following Radio Biafra?
Not quite long.
No wonder. Because if you had followed Radio Biafra, you will know that I went to Nigeria and I broadcasted from the zoo, from the heart of darkness, Lagos. We were on 88.2 FM broadcasting live in Lagos. I have been to Biafra land to broadcast. I have broadcasted everywhere I have been to, and we are going back home. In case you might follow, we have purchased our transmitter and we are going home to broadcast from home. I have been there. Let me finish. I need to finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
I didn't interrupt you. You will not interrupt me. We have broadcasted from home. I have preached Biafra on the streets of Lagos. I have preached Biafra at the airport in Lagos. The reason why we are here is because in that useless contraption there is no light. In that useless contraption called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, they do not have ordinary broadband strong enough to carry our signal. That is why we are here. We are not here out of choice. The same way that you're in London. You're in London because there's no running water in your village. You are in London because there is no light. You are in London because there is no work where you come from. That's why you're here. And do you know those that fought for London? Do you know that Hitler came to this country and destroyed it completely? Do you know that Churchill did not surrender? Do you know they did not give up despite the damage to the people? Something comparable to what we saw in the war. And do you also know, my dear brother, that the name you answer is Okeke? Do you know the meaning of your name?
Yeah, funny.
What is the meaning of your name?
That's not the issue. Sir.
No, what is the meaning of your name? No, if you can't answer, it means you're a baby. What is the meaning of your name?
Well, you can't. That's not the issue. I want to put two things to you, sir. Only two things.
Where is your village? Which village do you come from? Where is your village? Where is your village? Where is your village?
Sir, just let me. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you my village. I want to say two things. The two things I want to put to you is, one, if at the end of the day that what you are doing, that you are strongly believe on it.
I'm listening to you, my dear brother. Go ahead.
If at the end of the day that what you are doing, that you are strongly believe on it, that at the end of the day you will not do like Owazurike, maybe they will give you some political appointment, you will just be quiet. I will support you.
Now you are talking. That's what you should have said. Now you are talking properly. Now you are beginning to speak. Go ahead.
Yeah. My second one again is, BIAFRA is not our problem. Our problem is our leader. Every Nigerian is corrupt. Every Nigerian want to loot. Nobody want to help in Nigeria. So that is the problem we are facing now. Not sharing the country. Nigerians need to change. We need to change our way. We need to behave like the Western world. Thank God you are here. You see what people are doing here. They will go and search for money and rotate their own country. But every Nigerian want to loot and come and put the money here. So if you can talk about that, let us change our way, our thinking. It will be okay, sir. Thank you very much.
No, don't go away. Maybe you're on contract, so you can call any line for long. Stay where you are. I will answer your questions before you go away. Do you see this Biafra that we are pursuing? Biafra cannot come unless we are honest people, so accept what you're saying. I said in Germany, and I repeated the same thing yesterday. Before we came, there were no people like us. After we are gone, there will be none like us. Nobody is more committed. Nobody is more into Biafra. Nobody has sacrificed more. I'll put it that way. in this very cause than those surrounding Radio Biafra. I make it very clear to you that what we do is not that we may become known or popular or get money nonsense. We are doing this because God himself, Chukwu Abiyama, has determined that we should come. We cannot be anybody comparing us to any other person, and insults to me. I will no longer mention them by name in 2014, but they are not worthy to be called Biafrans. By their fruits you shall know them. I have not failed my people before. I don't intend to fail them in the future. And any day I contemplate, God, Chukwu Abiyama is my witness. Any day I dream, I contemplate selling my people out. If God does not destroy me and my family, I will know he's not God. He is no longer God. If God does not destroy me, any single day I dream, I did not say I will do. I said if I dream, if I think about it, if God doesn't destroy me and my household, I will know he is not God.
Anyway, what will happen is that I will not today. Because if at the end of the day, later they will not call you and give you one position in Nigeria, you just keep quiet. That is which means you betray us. But if you are strong enough to do this, not to push us at the end, you will just go away. If you are strong enough, we are behind you. But make sure what you are saying, what you are doing, or what you are trying to do, that you are a man of faith, man that will carry on. Not be talking, because what we find out now, we are not more equipped. What we find out now is that most Nigerians, if you want to make money, just spring up from nowhere. From the north, you say you are Boko Haram. From the east, you say you are Biafra. From this side, you say you are this. And the government will call you and compensate you. Keep quiet. We will not ask. We don't even know what you are doing. What is your own plan? But we pray that your plan should be, and you want to bring this thing to Numa. We'll go with it. But what I'm trying to say is that sharing the country, it will not save us.
It will save us.
We are greedy. We Nigerians are greedy.
No, my dear brother, do you know why you are greedy? Do you know why we are greedy? Do you know why?
I don't know, tell me, sir.
You sound like an educated man. You know you live in England, is that correct?
Yes.
Would you like to see the Taliban moving from Kandahar in Afghanistan close to where you are?
No.
Then, do you know that the northern part of the zoo we call Nigeria, that their behavior, their religion, their conduct, their Sharia is the same thing as the Taliban in Afghanistan? Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Then why do you want us to be in the same country with them? If you don't want them to be in Surrey, why would you want them to be in the same country with us? Do you see my problem, my dear brother? There is one thing that defines who forms a country with you. It is called value system. The same way you think is the same way I think when it comes to economic problems, to social problems, and to politics. You cannot have people in the same country. One is Sharia, they cut off your hand. The other side, you're claiming you're secular. It has never worked anywhere in the world. There has to be one overarching legal system, one overarching political system, one value system that governs the life of the people within that country. I am an educated man. I went to school. That's what I was taught in school. For goodness sake, no country on this earth can accommodate three divergent value systems. It has never worked anywhere on the planet. Never. Nowhere on this earth has it worked. If you don't want Taliban close to you, close to your house, taking your little child, raping her at the age of 6, then why should I live with them in my country? I don't want them, and I cannot have them. We are pursuing Biafra. I like the doubts that people have against us. We are going to prove them wrong. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much, and God bless.
We need to proceed by taking our transmitter at home, and also mobilize people that back home.
We are doing that already. If a coward is staying in their house, in their room, in their cupboard, not knowing what we are doing, how can we tell them? How can they know what we are doing, for goodness sake? Is it everything we do, we come on the air and tell you? It is not everything. We are asking them, whoever is doubting us should wait and see. Before we came, when you write Biafra on Microsoft, what used to happen? It will be underlined in red. Now, does that happen anymore? The answer is no. Google the same thing. So what are people talking about? Do they know how far we have gone? Or should we come and tell them everything we are doing, how many weapons we've bought, how many bullets we have, what our strategies are? How can we say that on the air? Why can't our people reason and stop talking like a bunch of disgruntled and hopeless market women? What is wrong with Igbo men that they engage in gossiping, talking nonsense when they are being killed? They are asking frivolous, useless, silly questions. What have they done? We bought a transmitter nearly 100,000 pounds. What have they done? Did they contribute to the science? No. When was the last time you gave 100,000 to somebody from Biafra to do something for you and they did it? Never. That is why we are formidable. That is why we are different. And heaven knows that is why we are Radio Biafra. That is why we are unstoppable. Unstoppable. Nobody can stop us. Give us your name and where you are. This is Radio Biafra. Anybody not doing what they are supposed to do will be removed on the spot. We need men and women who are dedicated. If you cannot do this fight, you get away. If you don't know how to fight for Biafra, you get out of the way so we can proceed. Why militancy may return? The funniest thing is that we are the only people not to be placed under arms officially. Everybody else is armed and they're being respected. Ledumite is saying it. Militancy will return. Nothing happens to him. Everybody else is under arms apart from us. Those of you that said we shouldn't get arms, those of you that said we should be obedient to Nigeria, those of you that said we should fold our arms while cattle headsmen coming to wreak havoc upon our lives, all of you, shame has covered your faces. They have struck Yoruba land as well. And next time it will be you. Because any day you understand the magnitude of what we are pursuing, you will also go down on your knees and thank Chukwa Biama that you were created a Biafra. Fulani headsmen have now killed 378 in Agatu in 2 years. In 2 years they have killed how many people? 378. Why were these people killed? Because they are Nigerians. Nobody can kill you if you're from Benin Republic or from Ghana. Do you read such news from Ghana? The answer is no. Do you read such news from Benin Republic, Cotonou? The answer is no. Do you read such news from Togo? No. The reason why they are dead is because they are Nigerians. You must understand. Nigeria means death. That's why the white man created it. So that the population of Africa will be down all the time. And they don't know that this country is not 160 million as they claim. There are big, huge metropolises like Port Harcourt, Iguacha, maybe Calabar, and the heart of darkness, Lagos. Not even Abuja, and maybe Kano. That's all. Which other place do you have? You have high concentration of people. But this is something people don't understand. The white man, they inflate their census. Everybody is a thief, even Census Commission. Or the Megu said that Census Commission, they inflate the figures to give our Wasa people more number, as the British taught them to, over other people. They sacked him for speaking the truth. The fact of the matter is that in Niger Republic, in Chad, the population is not high. So how come is inside Sokoto with something with Niger Republic that the population is high? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what we are saying? The population of Niger Republic is less than 18 million. The population of Chad is less than 10 million. So how come in Sokoto, in Meduguri, in Kano, all of a sudden everybody is there and the population is higher than the more densely populated coastal regions? That tells you that lies have been with them. Let it go. And all the coordinators must run their various Facebook pages. Do you know how many people we reach every week using Facebook to propagate Biafra? Do you know how many people we reach every week using Twitter to spread the message of Biafra? Do you know how many people visit Radio Biafra website? Our people must learn. They need to understand. Yoruba contributes nothing to the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, but they are reaping nearly 43% of the resources. Why? Because they have mastery of the media. Our people conditioned to do buying and selling cannot be disciplined enough to understand the importance of media. Some come and say, oh, you're on Facebook, and I feel sorry for them. Because they don't understand. They lack the ability to comprehend that Biafra needs to be sold to the world, that this very Biafra we are pursuing, that we need more friends than enemies, that people must buy into it. How do you spread your message? How? We had no media. That was why the name Biafra was obliterated from history books, because nobody spoke for you. Is it because you don't pay for Facebook? Is it because you don't pay for Twitter? Is it because you don't pay to access Radio Biafra? Is that why? Do not go outside to vote. A vote for one Nigeria is a vote for poverty, for pauperization, they call it. It is a vote for disenfranchisement. It is a vote for marginalization. It is a vote for your children walking through the desert and dying. It is a vote for your children drowning in the Mediterranean trying to get into Europe. It is a vote for servitude and for slavery. Do not, I repeat, do not go out to vote. If you don't vote, you have given us the impetus and the mandate to go and campaign for Biafra anyhow we want it. The enemy will try. A vote for one Nigeria means a vote for no pay from work. A vote for one Nigeria means run down education system. A vote for one Nigeria means that you will continue to live in squalor in Aba. If you want the nonsense happening in Aba to come to an end, if you want Aba to be removed away from the status of being a dustbin into a place, a vibrant commercial nerve center, do not vote. Leave the rest to us and we'll do it. This is Radio Biafra. Wherever you are, wherever you have listened to us from today, we are asking you to keep the fire burning, keep the flame burning. Go and tell those around you, go and tell your friends and your family. All the coordinators, if you have not registered the indigenous people of Biafra where you are, try and do so. We don't want any excuses as to why you will not come out to rally, why you will not come out to remember those that fought and died for you. 30th of May, we have been saying it, 30th of May, any coordinator found wanting can no longer work with us. We must honor those that died for us. We must honor those that sacrificed their lives for us. That same day is a day of lamentation, is a day of atonement, is a day of thanksgiving. It is a day of offering to the spirits of all of them that sacrificed their lives that we may live. Let everybody be aware. If you are in a country where you need registration before you demonstrate, please ask for help now. We don't want any last-minute excuses. 30th of May, go and preach it. Go to every village meeting. Go to every social club. Go to every association. Ask them to come out in the name of those that fought and died for them, that we may honor them worldwide, in the whole world, not just in one place. It's important. 30th of May, put it in your diary. All coordinators, ensure that you get adequate registration. Start now to make preparations for the 30th of May, please. There will be no excuses. No last-minute excuses. I find it astonishing that people should get disheartened because of the behavior of one person or a group of people. This was what I told them in Germany. When you try to get your wife pregnant for the first time, you don't succeed. Do you throw her away? When you go to church and you pray and say, please God, help me so that my wife can conceive, do you abandon God? You abandon, you see, our people need to appreciate this. Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is what we are pursuing. People are conduits, they are vehicles to the accomplishment of the freedom for Biafrans. People are just a means to do that. If somebody falls by how many churches in this world, Roman Catholic Church, for instance, there are pedophiles there. Pedophiles, some of them are pedophile reverend fathers. In America, they paid compensation. In Ireland, they paid compensation. In Britain, they paid. Has it stopped you from going to Catholic Church? Has it? No. Then I rest my case. The Pope is the representative of Christ on earth, as they tell us in St. Peter's Square in the Vatican City. But the ministers underneath them are busy abusing little boys and little girls. The world hasn't ended. People still go to Catholic Church and they still pray to God. And for some of them, God listens to them. It's just stop you from going to church because of the behavior of a few priests, a few reverend fathers. No. In Anglican, the same thing. We must understand and give these Biafras some credit. The only thing we can say and we keep saying is this. I have been in the Biafran struggle for nearly 17 years. We have not given up. We have not sold out. We have met people. We know people. We know a lot of people. When they brought this fraudulent scheme to us, we said no to them. You can't mix Biafra with fraud. We told them. That was why we quarreled with them. What else do they want us to do? What do they want? Because if they tell me what they want me to do, I will do it. All these people with their doubt, is there anything you want us to do? And we will do it so to tell you how serious we are. Nobody should doubt. That is why we remain without fear in the presence of our enemies, because we don't have skeletons in our cupboard. I will debate anybody anywhere. When people try to talk nonsense about what we are doing, I say, invite me to your house, I will debate you. When I finish debating with you, your wife will leave you. Do not retreat, we don't surrender, we have no fear before our enemies. We are without fear before these people. They are mad people. We have done nothing wrong to them. We have not stolen from anybody. We have not killed anybody. We have not pillaged. We have not looted. Why can't they leave us alone? I don't know who Frederick Lugard is. He is from a clan somewhere in Scotland. Why won't they let us go? They must let us go.